you know what? You just made the list.
Oh no! Here we go.
Hey guys, this is Fluffal Stuffing Incorporated, and I'm here with my Banlist prediction video. And before we begin, I might as well announce that the next video I'm going to do, it's also going to be a Banlist wishlist video. So look forward to that too. So, yeah, this is going to be what I think Konami will do. Not really any opinions, because I'll be in the next video, of course. But in this one, it's going to be what I think will happen. And I hope it does somewhat. I mean, there's some that I don't want back, but I think it's going to happen anyway. So, with that being said, let's get to this Banlist prediction video before I start padding this a little too long. Now, starting with the Forbidden section, of course, the first guy I'll be talking about is Magispector Unicorn Kurin. This thing needs to frickin' die. I'm not kidding. This thing is searchable. That thing is just overpowered as heck, and this thing needs to go away. I can't believe they even considered this and didn't even try playtesting it in other decks. But hopefully they'll realize their mistake and put this thing to rest. Next up is Elder Entity Norden. Because, you know, it generates too much advantage. It makes totally awesome, too easy to summon, and decks that shouldn't even be able to summon it. Only decks I can see summoning it, or should be at least, Paleozoics or Frogs. Especially Frogs. But Elder Entity Norden, it just generates too much advantage. I hate to see this thing go, but it's for the better of the game. I feel bad for saying that, actually. And now the next card, and I feel like shouldn't be banned, but probably will happen anyway because it's Konami, is Level Eater. This thing doesn't need to go, but it's just because of the fact that Konami usually follows the OCG trope, so we might see this thing go, Synchron players. Considering there's a lot of ways to bring Cyclone Word Omega, you know, Zombie Engine, that kind of stuff. Because there's a lot more ways to get to Triple Omega and get rid of your opponent's entire hand. I feel like this thing shouldn't go, but they probably will do it anyway because they're Konami. And now for the next card, it's going to be Sangan. It's errata made it not as useful, so yeah, this thing should go back to 1, maybe even 3 someday. And now the next card is pretty obvious, Speedroid Terratop. This thing, it's a tour guide that doesn't need a normal summon. It's too easy. It should just go to 1. I'm sorry, Speedroid players. I feel for you guys. In fact, I've been playing Speedroids quite a bit. Win-Witch Speedroids, no matter what. I love Speedroid Terratop. Just that this thing needs to go. I'm sorry. And next up is Psyframe Lord Omega. This thing is freaking annoying. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how many headaches I've gotten when I've seen 1 Omega. I mean, if you see 3 on board, or they come across 3 all in 1 turn, or 2, it's going to be the most annoying thing in this world. I am not kidding. It's the most annoying card in the game for me. Paleozoics are less annoying than this one card. It's just that annoying for me. So I feel like that Siphon Lord Omega should just go to 1. Just so it can stop the degenerate loops that it can generate. It's just... How do you create a Synchro monster so annoying? I mean, you get recovery, you get to snipe a card out of your opponent's hand, then you can just return it off the extra deck whenever it wants to. So, put this into 1. I don't care. And the next card will be Bahamut Shark. And just because of the simple fact that Totally Awesome is still too new, I feel like Bahamut Shark should just go to 1 for the time being. Just so Totally Awesome wouldn't be just so spammable in death, it shouldn't be able to summon it like Heroes and Mermails. So I feel like this thing should just go to 1 for now. Maybe 3 at a time that Totally Awesome can go to 1, and Bahamut Shark can go back to 3 if it wanted to. Just so it wouldn't raise the banlist space, let's be honest. And the next card would be Dante Traveler, the Burning Abyss. This thing is just too easy, and I feel like this thing should just get hit already. I mean, granted, it's kind of been swept under the rug because of ABCs banishing Dante's or Beatrice's, but I feel like that Dante has been around for much too long. Seriously, 2 years of relevance, or Necros, Shadal's, mostly Cleese. They pretty much got the axe, but Burning Abyss gets to go scot-free. Come on. I mean, not scot-free because Oseer and Graf got to 1, but that doesn't matter. This thing should just go to 1 and just let Burning Abyss go to rest. It's just so annoying. And the last card here is going to be Instant Fusion. Instant Fusion is just an annoying card in itself. Let's be clear, this thing generates too much advantage if you summon Norden. But, you know, if Norton gets banned, there's really no point in hitting this thing. I mean, you could go Rare Fish, or maybe even Panzer Dragon. You know, Panzer Dragon can make Infinity easy to summon too, so Instant Fusion to 1 wouldn't be such a bad idea if Norton got banned, but preferably just Norton banned leaves Instant Fusion alone. But now onto the borderline part of the deck, part of the ban list, I'm sorry, because the borderline is pretty much cards I can't decide to be semi-limited or limited, so I decided to put them in borderline. Either one will be fine with me. The first card will be Pot of Desires, because, you know, this thing is so splashable. I still feel like the card's sorely overrated, but, you know, just for the sake of not having to see this thing as much, put this thing to 1, I don't care. Give it the Pot of Desires, give it the Pot of Duality Treatment. And another card is Dimensional Barrier, just because it's annoying, nobody wants to see it, it's annoying, just blah. And the last card would be Solemn Strike, because it's Solemn Strike. Put this into 2 or 1, doesn't matter to me. It's just obnoxious to me. I really don't like Solemn Strike. It's blah. And now for the semi-limited part of the list, which I feel like should go for Mathematician. Mathematician is a card that should have come back a long time ago. Should always got hit. What's the point of keeping this thing at 1? Just build it up to 3. It deserves to be at 3 at this point, but Konami's just padding this thing out. Well, that's really using this thing right now. Level raise a normal summon on a Foolish Burial for now. I mean, there are better ways to use it, like some like Gold Gadget, something like, you know, Fiendish Rhino Warrior and BA. It's just not as relevant anymore. Next card would be Book of Moon. Book of Moon should have been back a while ago, let's be honest. I mean, it stops whole mechanics like, you know, Exceed Summoning, maybe Fusion Summoning on the field. Well, no, it doesn't stop that. What am I talking about? But, yeah, Book of Moon just needs to go back to 2, which is not as relevant anymore because it targets, so it's not as great. I'm sorry, Book of Moon, I love you, but you're just not as relevant. Just go to 2, bro. And next card will be Burial from a Different Dimension, because almost nobody uses it, and people often use Pot of Acquisitiveness in favor of this now, so this thing to 2 is just fine with me. And the last card here would be El Shaddoll Fusion. El Shaddoll Fusion is just an annoying card in itself. It's annoying, yes, if you're going to go up against Shaddolls, but other than that, nobody really uses El Shaddoll Fusion, just because Shaddoll Fusion is just better for Barnyard, for Shaddoll trained, you know, decks that uses Shaddolls. Maybe later on when Eidolons come out, they'll become relevant again, but that's suggesting that if every other deck doesn't use Eidolons. So El Shaddoll Fusion should just come back to 2 in my eyes. And now onto the Unlimited section, which I will admit is the quickest part of the video, but let's just get to it already. Debris Dragon to 3, nobody's using it. Thunder King Ryo, because it's just not as relevant anymore. Wind Up Magician, because, well, Wind Up Magician should have been back a long time ago. Dragon Ravine, just so Dragon decks can have a fair chance in the meta, and Dragoonities need this anyway. And the last thing, Compulsory Evacuation Device, because it targets, and it's just not as good right now. I told you it's going to be quickest part of the video, didn't I? Not much needed to be said in this. Well, that's it for my ban list prediction video. If it's a little quicker than you liked, then I'm sorry, but some of these are pretty self-explanatory, and others had to explain it, so I felt like I didn't have to explain it myself. And all these are quite obvious, so don't worry. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, and if you guys like it, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, join the Forever Army, and together we will beat the meta. And I hope you guys will stick around for the Banlist wishlist video, which I feel will be the better video for me, since it's going to be having my own thoughts on these things. So, talk to you guys next time, and hopefully you'll enjoy my wishlist video.